Good day, everyone. It's August 30th, 2019, Friday morning. I'm down in Digby, Nova Scotia. They have the Wharf Rat Motorcycle Rally this weekend, and Honda is on site giving test rides on their Goldwings. So come down. I'm going to test ride the 2019 on the Goldwing, the standard 6-speed, along with the 7-speed DCT. So the first one is going to be the standard model, and we'll get right into it. It's a beautiful day here. It's probably about 27 degrees Celsius, just a slight breeze, just beautiful. Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous. First time ever riding a Goldwing, or any bike with a fairing for that matter. I normally ride cruisers without fairings and dressings, and so there's four modes. There's Tour, Eco, and Sport, and Rain. So I've got her selected into the Rain mode. I've seen someone else's YouTube video, and they mentioned the bike is easier to handle at lower speeds when you got her in Rain mode. So right about at this point, you can see me just put my feet on the pegs, and it's at that point when it's like all the weight disappeared on this bike, and I knew then that everything was going to be okay. This bike is exceptionally well balanced. A little bit of fooling around getting out of the parking lot there. It's a busy spot. There's a Canadian Tire, Sobeys, bunch of other stores there, so a lot of traffic cutting around here. For some reason, the center 7-inch display there, it's flickering pretty bad, and I'm not sure if it's on the way out or what. But when I ride the DCT model after this one, there's no flickering at all, so must be a glitch with the bike somewhere. This demo bike has got over 11,000 kilometers, so if you say the average test ride is 50 kilometers, you're looking at probably 250 different people who have test ridden this bike, and it rides really good, sounds really good, can't tell any excessive wear at all. The leader there pulled a little move to get us all back into alignment. I'm not used to riding in formation. I usually ride alone or maybe one other individual. So I have a little trouble keeping the group tight, close together here. The bike is feeling so comfortable now that I've switched it from rain mode into tour mode, and I leave it there basically for the remainder of the ride, except for later on I switch it into Eco. One of the other reasons I like coming to Digby is for the world famous scallops. So they are just excellent. And there's a little place just past a Chev dealership coming up here on the right. And immediately past that, there's a little restaurant on the right. They have excellent scallops. Just before you get to McDonald's, if you get to McDonald's, you're going too far. was surprised. I did feel a quite a bit of buffeting actually on my helmet, starting at about 60 kilometers an hour. I was with the windshield all the way down, and but once I raised the windshield all the way up, it was completely smooth. So at this point, I realized I still had the bike in fifth gear. I just changed her to sixth gear. I guess my bike's got 5 speed, so muscle memory told me to stop shifting after 5. I like to do a little still shot of the road signs. It's for my benefit as much as anybody else's. It helps me to get familiar with the province and the different areas. The bike has been handling just amazing, and it's right here in this rough spot over this little brook here that it really you really understand just how smooth this bike is. I know if that was on my older bike there, and I went over that speed, I would have definitely been feeling it a lot more than on this bike. I lowered the windshield here just to get a little bit of a breeze, and it really comes in handy on a warm day. It's really a good option on this bike. I switched the bike from tour to econ mode. Just wanted to see if there was any difference, but really, just driving so tamely on these roads, you can't really notice it. I think if you were a bit more aggressive, you probably would see the the effect on the engine. But when you're riding so slow as this, can't really detect much of a change. I love riding along by the ocean. The scenery is absolutely stunning. There's just something so peaceful about it. So that's the ferry terminal there. You can catch the ferry to St. John, New Brunswick. Not sure how long the ride is. I've never taken it. Well, that's the end of the test ride. It took about 30 minutes, and after just 30 minutes riding this bike, it's no trouble to feel right at home. If you've ridden anywhere from a mid-size to a large bike, say 750 cc's on upward, you'll have no problem getting on this bike and having a good ride. You also see during the parking here, this thing is really, really balanced for low speed maneuvering. If you liked the video, like and subscribe. Thank you very much.